Next, the life and legacy of the man credited with victory in the first Iraq War. Norman Schwarzkopf was already a highly decorated Army general, but a virtual unknown to most Americans when the first Gulf War propelled him to fame. The war was triggered by Iraqi President Saddam Hussein and his invasion of Kuwait in August of 1990. Schwarzkopf commanded the coalition that drove the Iraqis out and earned himself the nickname Stormin' Norman for his military success, for his reputed temper, and for his no-nonsense image at televised briefings.
Let me put it this way, it's going to take as long as it takes for the Iraqis to get out of Kuwait and the United Nations resolutions to be enforced.
Born in Trenton, New Jersey, Schwarzkopf graduated from West Point in 1956. He served 2 tours in Vietnam, earning 3 Silver Stars for valor, 1 for saving troops from a minefield. He also earned a Purple Heart and a raft of other medals. Schwarzkopf stuck it out in the Army through the lean post-Vietnam years, rising through the ranks. In 1988, he took over the U.S. Central Command, responsible for the Middle East. So it fell to him to command Operation Desert Storm, which opened in January 1991 with 6 weeks of Allied bombings against the Iraqi army. A few weeks into the air campaign, he spoke to NewsHour correspondent Charlene Hunter-Gault from his headquarters in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Saddam Hussein is not a military man. He thought of this war in tactical terms, okay, at the lowest level. He never thought of it in strategic terms. And what's happening is all of a sudden he's finding that he's taken a terrible licking strategically, and he has no capability to react to that. I don't think we're close to breaking Saddam's will. I don't think that that's breakable. But I certainly think that we have a capability of breaking the will of his military, and I think we're making great progress in that direction from all the reports we get.
3 weeks later, U.S. forces led the powerful ground offensive that routed the Iraqis from Kuwait in 100 hours. Schwarzkopf said later he agreed with President George H.W. Bush's decision to stop the war then, rather than drive to Baghdad. Days after the ground offensive ended, the Allied commander met with defeated Iraqi generals to discuss the terms for a ceasefire.
I would say very candidly that the Iraqis came to discuss and to cooperate with a positive attitude.
Later, Schwarzkopf was criticized for letting Saddam's military retain the right to fly helicopters, which were used to attack rebellious Shiites in the south. But in the immediate flush of victory, the general received a hero's welcome back in the U.S., including a standing ovation during a joint session of Congress in May 1991. That summer, he retired from active service.
I got to tell you, no matter how eloquent the orator, no matter how prolific the poet, no matter how lyrical the songwriter, no words can ever capture the emotions that go through a person's heart when he stands for the last time and hears the national anthem and salutes the American flag representing the country that he has gladly, proudly served for the last 35 years.
Schwarzkopf never pursued political office himself, but he did campaign for President George W. Bush, and he initially endorsed the decision to invade Iraq in 2003, but later criticized the Pentagon's war planning. Mostly, though, Schwarzkopf devoted his time to serving as a board member and spokesman for charitable causes, living quietly in Tampa, Florida, where he died yesterday at the age of 78. In a statement, the first President Bush, now ailing himself, called his Gulf War commander a true American patriot and one of the great military leaders of his generation.